Hello, this is Luca from Imaginando, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on DRC. For today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make sounds from the song Rhythm is a Dancer by the German Eurodance music production group called Snap. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we got 4 sounds to make. And we're going to start with this back saw that sounds something like this. So we got here a K7D delay and 2 equalizers. And I'm going to bring back the default patch now. Okay. Thing we're going to do is go to pre-gain and raise it to 811, can be 810. And now let's drop the cutoff filter to 820 and raise the resonance to 260. Okay. And now envelope generator 2 amount to 675. This is the amount of this envelope generator modulating the cutoff filter in time. 67773 should be okay. And now we go to the first envelope generator, the one that modulates amplitude, the amplitude of the sound in time. And we have attack, sustain, and release at 0, and decay at 500. And on the second envelope generator, the one modulating the cutoff filter, we got attack 0, sustain 0, a decay of 286, and a release of 268. So we got our first sound ready, and we have here an equalizer, as you can see, and here we got a boost at 742 Hertz of 4.34 dBs. Then we got a high shelf above 6.12 kilohertz of 8 dBs, and a bell of 3.84 dBs around 14.4 kilohertz. Then we only have this little bump here at 4.17 kilohertz of 8.10 dBs. And finally, we have a K70, which has 0 feedback, a dry wet of 0.7, a time of 1/16. And important is here on the character, you have to have ping pong on. Stereo width at 0.533 and full wow. Okay, so let's go to the second sound, which is this pump bass. I'm gonna turn off this equalizer, and this equalizer, and this saturator. And the sound is quite different, as you can see. I'll talk about that in a second. But for now, let's bring back the default patch. And first thing we're going to do is raise the pre-gain to 877. On the filter, we want 331 on the envelope generator 2 amount. Drop the cutoff filter to 150. Now for the first envelope generator, attack and sustain at 0, a decay of 310, a release of 111. Second envelope generator, attack and sustain at 0 as well. a decay of 286, and a release of 210. Okay. The original sound, I'm pretty sure it's from probably an FM synthesis origin. And one nice way to get some of that FM flavor here on this monophonic analog synthesizer is using a wave shaper with a cyanoid fold. So this saturator in Ableton is able to do some wave shaping, and you have here some different kinds of shapes that you can use to distort the signal. So we're going to use cyanoid fold at 15.4 dBs. And as you can see, I'm going to put it as 0. We get this kind of FME bass. Then I have an equalizer, which has a high pass at 21.1 Hertz. Then we have a 5.58 dBs cut at around 111 Hertz. A high shelf above 426 Hertz of 3.1 dBs. And a cut of minus 7 dBs around 2.3 kilohertz. Next, I have a low shelving filter of minus 3.10 dBs below 93 Hertz, 93.8 exactly, and then a high shelf above 5.39 kilohertz of 7.56 dBs. And we have our bass. Next, we have our pad. Quite lo-fi. I'm going to turn off this equalizer for now. Bring back the default patch. Okay, so we're on the pad now. So what I'm going to do first is bring back the default patch. And let's raise the second oscillator to maximum. Detune it to drop 1 octave and detune it to 148. Master 532. Pre-gain at 862. Sub-oscillator, raise 1 octave and raise volume to 826. And now for the filter, envelope generator 2 amount at 689. Drop the cutoff filter to 816. And raise the resonance to 214. Okay, and now for the first envelope generator, 186 attack, a decay of 500, sustain of 800, and a release of 300, all default values. For the second envelope generator, we want an attack of again 186. Decay of 339. Sustain at maximum, and a release of 100. Finally, we go to the reverb, set an amount of 383. The decay of 689. And a modulation of 516. And we got our patch. But now I got a high pass filter at 325 Hertz and a low pass filter at 5.40 kilohertz. So we're limiting the bandwidth, and the sound that we get is this one. Okay? So finally, let's go to the lead. As you can hear, I already have here a panning of 10 to this side and another 13 here on this utility, and a cathedral reverb plugin, so I'm going to turn those off now. And the equalizer. Bring back the default patch. Okay, and first thing I'm going to do is change the first oscillator to a square, change the pulse width to 862, now let's raise the second oscillator to maximum, drop one octave and detune it to 108. Sub-oscillator, raise one octave and raise the sub-oscillator to 246. Okay, and let's go to the filter. But first let's go to performance mode and raise, turn legato on and raise the portamento to 12 milliseconds. And now let's go to the filter. And on the filter, we want 709 envelope generator 2 amount. The cutoff, let's drop it to 438. Resonance of 230. Now, for the first envelope generator, we want 20 attack. This is the one modulating the amplitude. A decay of 370. A sustain of 800 and a release of 268. Okay, now for the second envelope generator, attack at 20 again. A decay of 352. A sustain of 237. And a release of 575. Okay. Now for some delay, we want a delay amount of 818. Now a delay time of 1/8. Spread at maximum. And now we go for some reverb. Reverb amount at 376. A decay of 648. Damping 500 and reverb modulation of 298. Now let's go for this equalizer. It has a high pass filter at above 182 Hertz. Then it has a dip at around 474 Hertz of minus 6.57 dBs. And then a high shelf above 3.37 kilohertz of 8 dBs. This utility is only here to pan it a little bit. And then we have this reverb with a cathedral algorithm at 23% dry wet. Okay? So now we got everything ready. Just bear with me a second while I get this ready for us to listen to. Okay, let's now listen. And there you have it. And this was it, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. As I said before, some sounds from this track are probably made by some digital FM synthesizer. So they're not probably the easiest sounds to reproduce on virtual analog synthesizer, since it's different kind of synthesis engine completely. But we tried our best, and I think we got really close. So I really hope that you have enjoyed it. So if you did, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. We have new content coming up every week, so be sure to check that out. I will now say goodbye.